A really cool option Conestoga just came out with kind of summer of 2014 is a cabinet where they will prepare for an integrated door end panel. In the olden days, if you wanted to put a door panel on the side of a cabinet and you wanted that door panel to tuck up behind the front frame, we had to do a custom frame and it got kind of tricky. What they've done now is they will do this for you, leaving a 3/4 inch overhang, and you can just tuck your door panel up. So we're going to talk through all that right now. Jim's going to be walking around a bit with the camera, so we apologize in advance for any bouncing. What we're going to do, I'm going to turn the cabinet for Jim to see. This is your standard end. Come on over here, Jim. Let's see if we can get a top down. This is your standard end, a 1/2 inch plywood with your 5/16 overhang. And if you wanted to put finish on this cabinet, if it was a normal red oak, cherry, maple, painted, whatever, you could just order it with a painted surface. If it was a custom species, you could apply a veneer, a 1/4 inch thick plywood veneer to the outside and finish that end off. But what if you want to do a door panel? We have many videos on the website already that show the application of a door panel that leaves a reveal, where you just affix the door panel to a finished side. But what if you want to do an integrated door end panel so the side of the cabinet looks like the door panel, or looks like a door? Here's what they're doing now. They are automatically, this is a 21 inch cabinet, I believe, or maybe 18, and they're basically, this is the 18, and they're moving the side panel in. They're changing the location of this assembly groove, and they're moving this side panel 3/4 of an inch in. I should say it a different way. They're moving it in so it results in a 3/4 of an inch overhang on the side of the cabinet. What that allows us to do, and Jim, you can stay right there. I'm going to get a door panel here. Is now we can take a door panel, a 3/4 thick door panel, and just put it right in to the side of the cabinet. And using a little shims, I'm not going to do this on the camera, but if you shim it off, you can see that this thing will end up being perfectly flush. And as viewed from the side of the cabinet, this looks like a door panel. And Jim's got one finished over here that we can show you as he spins the camera around. We have a finished cabinet over here we've already done it for. So you can see how beautiful that looks. And what ends up happening is we maintain our 1.5 inch framing on all pieces of the cabinet. So as viewed from the front, we got symmetry there, and the door panel's tucking up so it looks like it is the actual side. Couple things to be aware of. If you're doing inset or beaded inset, and you want the concealed inset hinge that uses this bracket, and we're doing all the hinge boring and so forth, you cannot use this option, and here's why. Here's your correct side. We've not moved the side panel in. This is a normal side. Say this was a door, not a drawer front opening. This bracket mounts to the back of the front frame like so, and your door snaps on. And we have a video in the hardware section, in the inset section, that shows you this bracket being installed. On the side panel that's been moved in, we no longer have any space whatsoever, so this bracket cannot mount. So there's no way to do inset. So this option to prepare the cabinet side for integrated end panel is only for overlay cabinets, or if you're going to do inset, you have to supply your own hinges. And what I mean by that is there'll be no circular cup holes in the back of the door. We won't supply that. We won't supply any hinge hardware at all. You'll have to get the finial style hinges where you can see the decorative hinge and it kind of mounts here and on the spine of the door. There's no adjustability to those. They're a little bit tricky to put on, and you have to supply those. It's the only way you can do inset and use that option. And one last point on this integrated end panel deal. Whenever you have the integrated end panel and they're moving the side panel in, we have the drawer glide bracket and the mounting jig, the installation jig that we send along. It's going to work fine over here to use your jig, but if you try to use the jig on this side and then mount your bracket, the bracket is now too far this way and your drawer glide is going to toe in. So the long story short is, anywhere that you have the flush end application and you're doing a drawer, I shouldn't say the flush end, the integrated end panel option, and you have a drawer, the bracket goes right to the sidewall. It won't mount with a jig 1/4 inch off, it'll go right tight to the sidewall. So you do have a couple little hardwaring nuances with your drawers as well. So anyway, we can talk you through some of these. I guess the main points we want to drive home is you can get an integrated end panel. It's a piece of cake on overlay, not as easy on inset. Give us a call if you need any help with that.